Baiyu Village lies in the far northwest of the Beijing municipality, on the border with Hebei province. It sits at a strategic location in the mountains, on what was once a vital route to the capital. It was much fought over in the ancient past. In fact, the village was founded by Ming Dynasty garrison soldiers and their families.
把衣裳也都穿上，到那时刮目就刮目，办行李就办行李，有人没人咱们都开心啊。
The Baiyu Yanga Opera Troupe is always busy in winter. Today, they are going to Malan Village. It's cold, and they will be performing on an open stage, so they decide to put on their makeup before setting off. In 2006, the Beijing government started an arts performance project to promote performances in the outer suburbs of the municipality. Every winter, the Baiyu Yanga Opera Troupe does the rounds of the surrounding villages. Troop leader Chen Yonglu is 72 years old. He never stops preparing for their next performance. It's cold today. The 19th century open stage is a real challenge for the performers. Yanga Opera was born in Baiyu Village. It has its own distinctive tones and singing style. Like many local folk opera forms, it too has a history of several hundred years. By local lore, it was performed in honor of the 60th birthday of the Qianlong Emperor in 1771. In the late 19th and early 20th century, the troupe often performed at Beijing's famous Tianqiao Theater. However, the glory days of Yanga Opera are lost in the past. Even the residents of nearby Malan Village are no longer interested in turning out for this local specialty. Chen and his troupe have gotten used to this. It's afternoon when the troupe return from Malan Village to Baiyu. Chen's old house is freezing in winter, but he's used to living there alone and getting on with his own thing. By night, he either reviews scripts or writes new plays. Mr. Chen started to learn Yanga opera at the age of 5. Studying and performing it has been his life's work. The Bayou Yanga Opera Troupe was founded in 2006, and Chen became its leader. Before this, as with many other traditional folk arts, Yanga opera was handed on by word of mouth. Changing times have seen many of them pushed to extinction. After the troupe was founded, Chen thought about how to develop Yanga. He started to write down the existing operas and create new ones. He believes moving from an oral to a literary tradition is the only way forward. Chen spent several years interviewing Yanga opera performers from previous generations and recording the plays as they remembered them. As that older generation passes away, those notes that he took down by hand are the slender thread that keeps the past alive.
哎呀，量量它吧，这。关于这个秧歌戏，这是一个特色的戏，别处没有，我不愿意把它丢了。按照我的想法是把它这个传下去。我上斋村来买了一大摞那个本子，买的笔，能多写写一个，给后人多捞一个。
Collecting scripts is time-consuming. He wants to provide a reference source for future generations. But he doesn't have the time or energy to capture everything from all the operas. Only a few of them are fully scored. As a result, Chen doubts whether later generations will really be able to sing them correctly.
Yo, 这是干啥的呀？这是？
来个菊花。
这是炒的，怎么炒的？
我得注意啊，这好容易弄出来了，这不能松开。
Chen Chuan-sha is Chen's daughter. She lives in Jiaiteng Town, about 10 kilometers away. She's here to visit her father.
行，进屋吧，进屋吧。
行，
这不用都啥的。
行。
特别有意义的事儿，就是不论也好，还是电视也好，说的这些比较另类的或者比较小众类。
Chen Chuan-sha is Chen's only child. Decades ago, Chen began to teach his daughter Yanga opera. This required a break with tradition, because in the past it was only sons who were allowed to learn it.
这是宝贵的财富，我不能是这个得什么的。
Now Chen's greatest hope is that his daughter will find a way to keep Yanga opera going.
你就是你传给我的，往下传，你说我传给谁去？下边的人，你说孩子们人家都出去上学的上学，有工作的有工作，你就是传都咱这，咱不出去打工去。 维持不了生活也不行吧？
咱也保证不了不出去打工。
那可不呗。
那看发展，关键是。
Jung Jun's father had a cerebral hemorrhage a year ago. Jung now has to devote most of his time to looking after his father. Jung used to be a leading light in the troupe, but to take care of his father, he moved away to Jiaiteng Town. He also needs to take on part-time work to support himself.
种点地，然后大队有活了干点儿，日工一天给你多少钱儿？垒个大墙了，垒石头墙了，歪泥呢。
Chen Chuan Sha spends a lot of time taking care of her mother. In the tourist season, she also works at a farm inn to earn money. Although her father wants her to focus on Yanga opera and become his successor, she doesn't feel the same. She wants to focus on her family. All the performances in this year's performance cycle have been completed. The village head comes to Chen. He wants to pay the troupe their performance fee. In 2007, the Bayou Yanga Opera was registered as part of Beijing's intangible cultural heritage. This gave the troupe a great boost and a flurry of invitations to perform. Both the village head and Chen want to take advantage of this to promote Yanga opera.
拍戏拍整套，俺都说是来旅游的了。
唱这个掐段唱，
掐段唱。
哎，这就行。
我有这个想法。
那春天就开始了，春天开始就排练了，因为咱们这个剧场装修完了以后。 装修完以后开剧场典礼，
礼堂剪彩，咱们就得开锣嘛，你正开锣的出来。
年初你20年里有个几个像样的，拍几个像样的。
对，
那就这么着啊。
好，那就走啊。
定啊。
哎，以后咱们再操练吧。那走啊。
对呀，哎，叫回来了。
Chen hasn't seen much of Zheng Jun since he left the troupe. Today, Chen goes to see him to try to persuade him to return.
你们这几个唱戏好的都出来，要不回去，整个的这剧团受到很大的损失。
这边阿爸，今年这边11月6号。 得了个脑出血，
行，喝水。
在医院里边住了1个月院，回来这离了我还不成。
Chen didn't know that Zheng's father had been so seriously ill. Even so, after a little small talk, he gets to the point.
我为啥找你们来呀？我怕你们出来了不想回去了。为啥呢？ 现在咱们村里这边有好几个演员，有去北京的，有去门头沟的，你们又上这儿来了。再弄我这剧团，我还能坚持下去，坚持不下去啊！像咱们这老戏子们。
The troupe has more prestige and importance in the village these days, but even so, many important members have left. It's an anxious time for Chen. So he really needs to win Zheng Jun over and have him return to the troupe.
你说是去吧，我也想去，说是好几个。你说去了吧，这家里这老爷子没人管，这还得把他安排好了，把他安排得好好的，我再出去干别去，我也就放心了。
In its natural fortress location, the surrounding mountains, like a giant amphitheater, Bayou Village was once a gateway linking Beijing to the world outside.
作为原唱音乐，还有作为歌手来说啊，我不是内行。首先我非常羡慕你哈，我本身是很喜欢贝斯这个乐器。
天。
a new cycle of rehearsals begins. Chen asks his performers to practice in front of the soon-to-be-completed theater. Usually, the troupe starts their rehearsals in winter. Things never run completely smoothly.
你就回去把那剧本拿上来去吧。丫头有一句戏想不起来了，我这想了半天我也想不起来。
A performer who plays the role of a servant girl forgets her lines. Chen asks his daughter to go home and get the script.
正在通话中，这个
上楼下楼。
行，行了。
就是这段的第3句，丫鬟这里抽身走。
抽身走，就这一句。
对。
Although he's worried about his sick father, Jung comes to the village to rehearse. He is the leading role in this particular opera.
出场子在哪的？出场子在哪的？你现在不是唐怀芳，你现在就是那个丫鬟，必须得掌握这个原则，你演好了。你看。这个剧必须得弄下去。这个走了有那个，说是剩下一个，也是白玉说一句话，这不能解散。想尽一切办法，把英这戏传下去。
Between rehearsal and performance, Chen goes to his daughter's home. When there, it seems he only likes to watch the CCTV opera channel, and their conversation rarely strays far off the topic either.
咱们这秧歌戏的唱腔，这是你这句词儿唱完了，4拍，1、2、3、4，4拍，拉的太长了不好听了，拉的太短了不好听了，必须得够4拍。我唱一句你听听啊。
4拍。
临安西的大夏尊上千岁在上庭，这是4拍，这就够了。
尊上相爷在，尊上千岁在上庭。
哎，这是好，哎，这合适。500颗明珠抢了个奖
，500颗明珠抢了个奖。
上马要娘，马步我一甩。 往西去，马蹬到这儿，这是好 好几个皮球剩下这一杆，这很平衡，举高点儿，仰望前看，必须目视，降，这个马鞭打的就快，它有箭，不降，稳点子低，我们一举稳住周围，这个挺棒的。
Their new theater will soon be completed, and the Yanga Opera Troupe will then have a permanent home. But an art form once so vibrant and vital now struggles to connect with a younger generation of audiences. It is a challenge to the future to take up the burden of this great legacy.